Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm reprehensible. If you're not, welcome back. I'm gonna be doing a clown makeup look today, and I figured, may as well film a long form video on it. I don't know. So I've already done skin prep and primer and shit because I decided to do it kind of late. Is that gonna stay there? I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, yeah. Since I'm all primed, I'm just gonna take this is the white foundation that I use. I'm gonna take that. I'm going to take the beauty blender I use. And I might start with a little bit of concealer under my eyes, I guess. A little bit for like color correction and coverage purposes. I'm just gonna blend that in with my fingers. Ta-da! Anyways, gonna take a pump of my white. I will be using far more than one pump for the full face, but right now, since I am just doing the first layer, I'm not going to use that much. I'm also gonna grab a little thingy and clip my hair back, because I'll be doing my hair afterwards. If I feel like it, I don't know. So I like to get a nice, even, thin layer, just kind of tap it until I have like a thin, even coat, and then I start in the center of my face where I need the most coverage. And then I just kind of pull my nose to the side to get all the nooks and crannies. And so, do that again. Again, get a thin, even coat. And I just got this from Ulta. It's the LA Girl Pro Color Pigment Mixing Foundation, which I also have in blue to like cool down and make more neutral, like my contours and things for winter shades and whatnot. And also my contour, so that way I can still contour semi-naturally on this kind of face. And like I could actually make this like really sheer if I wanted to do a more natural look, but I'm going for like clown, not natural, so. And I will be doing setting spray in between each and every layer. But I have learned that I don't like to do setting powder in between it, if I'm gonna do another liquid layer on top. But if I am gonna do a powder layer on top, then it's fine. But while I'm still doing liquid layers and stuff, I don't do setting powder because then that just leads to pilling. And I know some people like to block down their brows, but I personally don't, because I don't like picking glue out of my brows, and also I'm not super committed to the thin brow look. I think mine are fine, and I can use like eyeshadow to color them if I need. Anyways, my basically empty setting spray, I will use the full one. I do have a full one, but that I will use later, but struggling, but I do use a lot of setting spray, so. Because it helps like keep everything locked in place. Am I going to take this off immediately after? Probably, but it's fine. I will be using white eyeshadow to set on my eyelids, and then just translucent setting powder everywhere else. And I don't think we're gonna go for like a contoured look. I think we're gonna go for like colorful and fun, more of like a dramatic eye look. And I have like a beauty blender that's like silicone on the end, because it doesn't absorb as much product and means that like you don't waste as much and more of it gets on your face, which I personally am a fan of. And I don't really use the non-silicone end of it. That is enough coverage, and then I'm gonna take this Lisa Frank palette that I got from one of my boyfriends. I'm gonna just cover that up because I don't need it, put it away. Take this, keep that out, I might need it, and then I'm gonna put this away and take out my good setting spray. And then I also use I use a lot of e.l.f. products, they're good. The e.l.f. HD powder, and I normally do use a powder puff, but mine is dirty right now, So we're just gonna use this, I think. Oh my god, I look like Flashback Mary! Ah, that's so funny. I think I watched James Charles twice when I was little. Might have been a bit much. Anyways, I think e.l.f. is really good for pretty much anybody. Even people who like do makeup professionally. It's good for that as well. And also especially people who are just doing it for shits and giggles. It's perfectly fine. If they don't carry what you need, then get it from another brand, but I think if they do carry it, just go with what's affordable with this. And then I have used a lot of white in this palette. Use that on top of my skincare. After I let my skincare like sit and marinate for 5 to 10 minutes. Just a couple minutes until it's kind of like dried down a bit. That'll do just fine. And I'm gonna take this and dip it. I just like tap it in. And then all over part of my face, and then I shake it so that way I get like more out of it, I guess. There's no need to dispense so much powder. At least in my experience. It's unnecessary. And I know a lot of people think that like most translucent setting powders have like a yellowish tinge. For me, in my experience, this one does not. Which isn't gonna be good for people who like aren't doing a white base, who have darker skin tones. But for me, who is like white, it does just fine. And I'm gonna take a little bit more of this in. And then it's not like the best coverage that I could have gotten, but I personally feel like it is enough for my purposes. Most of the time, but this area is pissing me off. So we're gonna add a little bit more. Just go in very, very thin layers. This will do perfectly fine for my purposes. Now I'll just like set that in. And you could see how like the bridge of my nose is kinda. And then up close, this is like far from flawless, but from afar, it does what we need it to. And okay, I'm often a perfectionist about this, but I don't feel like doing that right now. To be so blunt, that is literally the only reason. I simply do not want to. Anyways, nobody needs like more brushes than this. I'm not saying I'm an underconsumptionist like icon. I do have more makeup than I need and use on a regular basis, and I'm gonna work on not buying any more this year. I can make a whole other video about my low buy goals. I'm not gonna say I'm doing a no buy year. I'm doing a low buy year, and more than that, I am going to vote with my dollar. It's like buy from companies whose ethics and things you support. Anyways, I'm just gonna take yellow on this like fluffy brush. It's called the Essential Crease brush. I don't know if you can see it. It's there. And dipping it into like dipping it into this shade and then tapping off the excess and then just kind of putting it in my outer corner on the bottom and then also kind of there. Yeah, that'll do. Low-key don't remember what my inspo pic looks like. Oh well. Anyways, gonna do this to the other side as well. We are not going for perfect or symmetrical or anything because it's like punk clown makeup, so. This is not the makeup look I was intending to do today, but whatever. I was gonna do a different clowny look. Anyways. Oh! Where the fuck did that go? If you dropped it, wash it before you put it back on your face. I am not going to because I am lazy and I don't feel like it. Don't use me as a role model. I low-key just wipe it off on my arm. I have to wash my hands after every time I do my makeup because of how I clean off all my brushes. Anyways, I'm gonna do some like blue. I'm gonna go into this shade with the same brush, tap off the excess, and you're gonna have to be kind of careful that you don't like make a green. And then I'm kind of gonna like contour with this. Is it gonna be even? No. Do we care? Also no. So just more of that. Just assume I'm using the same shade. I mean, I tell you, it obviously looks different. That's what we're gonna do with that, and then we're gonna blend it out with some white. Gonna go back in with a bit more yellow. More vibrant. We will be going in with other colors, don't fret, but this is just like the base. Yeah, that'll do. And then I'm gonna kind of wipe off the extra yellow because that will make green. And then we're gonna take a little bit of this blue. This is the wrong brush to be doing it on, but I cannot be asked. We're just gonna like deepen up the shadows. Same dark blue. Is this going to be perfectly symmetrical? No, and I don't want to hear one fucking word about it. I just kind of mixed together those two to get like a middle shade to like kind of... Sorry, I'm using a mirror because I cannot be doing this in my phone camera. You know what? It works. And then we're gonna like do that a little further down my nose as well. Why am I doing that? Whatever. We'll do the like classic clown nose later if I feel like it, I guess. And then we're gonna tap off the extra and then take some white in and then pack it in over here to like fucking blend it out, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm gonna actually take a bit of this. Oh, it's still on my hand. Perfect. I'll take this brush. It's smudge brush from the like same brand as that. I mean, you can obviously see that, but then I'm just gonna like fucking trying to delete my nose is kind of what the vibe is. Not that I don't like my nose, I do, I love her, and she needs to disappear for right now. For the vibes. I'm trying to look a little bit uncanny. It's kind of the move right now, which is why I'm deleting my nose, otherwise I would leave it, but I'm gonna look a little weird because I'm deleting my nose, and that's the goal. Yeah, love your features is what I'm getting at. Here's how it's looking. Oh, here. There you go. Thumbnail. Anyways, we're gonna go in with some purple because I feel like it. There is no particular look that I'm going for right now. I'm just kind of going based off vibes. And purple, I think, is a vibe with the essential crease brush again. I don't fuck with that. I lied. You're gonna take more of this. Cover it. Okay, that low-key looks kind of cool. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I saved that. Yeah, I like that. That'll do. And then we're just gonna take a bit more of the like medium blue, I guess. There's a lot of shimmers on this palette, and I'm not going for like a super shimmer thing right now. And then I'm gonna take this like smudge brush and then clean up the lines on my nose. blend it out, I guess. That'll do. Yay. And then we're gonna take the next brush, which is the shading brush. Fucking focus, please. Focus. There we go. And then we're gonna take it in this shade, which is kind of the red that I use. Yeah. And then we're gonna like do a red nose, which is very common for clowns. This may end up being a bad choice, but for now I think it's okay. And if I don't like it, I can always start over. Ooh. Don't want that. Ooh. Don't want, no. Don't want that. Anyways, I'm sitting crisscross. This is not good for my back. I don't know what this shade is called. I think it's but oh, there are names. Oops. And then we're gonna do a bit of, I think we can take some on this brush. Yeah, and then we're gonna mix it with like this to kind of get it to be diffused a little. And just like, I feel like that works. We're just gonna kind of blend it in with this brush, I guess. Whoa. This one that I just used for the red is called the soft accent brush, and this one is the medium shadow brush. I'm not gonna deal with trying to get shit to focus right now because I don't feel like it. And I'm just gonna like go back and forth, building it out and blending it out until I like how it looks. Kind of just adding more color, I guess. And then I am actually gonna take this and then make this less blue. Less, not all the way, not blue, because I'm not gonna succeed at that. And it's okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be, you know, fun. That's the whole thing with this kind of makeup, is that it's not to like, what beauty standard am I adhering to right now, you know? Making myself look like a literal clown. And yet I have 2 very happy and healthy relationships right now. I am polyamorous. I talk about it, well, I showcase it a bit in some of my videos. If you have an issue with that, fuck off. I'm literally a stranger on the internet. Get over it. Swipe by. Dislike my videos if you don't like it. I don't care. I simply do not give a shit how you feel about my relationships. As long as I am happy, healthy, and safe in my relationships, and it's not affecting anyone else, so I don't see why it matters. Anyways, nose has been deleted. Kind of. I'll add more shit later. Anyways, gonna take a bit more red and a little bit more of that. I don't know what they're called. You can see on the palette. I'm sure you can look it up. Somebody can go find the palette online and make a little counter video if you want. I don't give a shit. Nobody's gonna see this and actually care. Haha. Blush. Blending. Anyways, gonna take a bit of white on this medium shadow brush and then gonna kind of soften out the edges of the nose, kind of diffuse it a little better. And it is gonna look off until I'm done. But then we are going to take, I don't know what color brows I want to do. I guess I'll just go with like a dark blue, brown, green mixture, I guess. Kind of like brownish, just dark. What color are your eyebrows? Dark. We're gonna make them sad. Green eyebrows it is. I'm just kind of like doing shadow over my, I look low-key like an Oompa Loompa with the green and then the, anyways. Just putting shadow over my natural brow. I'm gonna be a sad clown, if you can't tell. Anyways, I was using this green shade. I have it on my hands now. We can brighten that up a little. We're gonna use this green shade and brighten. Make it a bit more vibrant. Not a ton, just a little. Not a lot. I don't really style my brows ever because I got blessed and I don't need to. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then we're gonna take a little bit of white and then we're just gonna yeah. Then we're gonna take like a tiny little angled brush. It's the definer brush. I don't know. We're just gonna. That'll do. And then we're just gonna, I guess, do the mouth and then final touches. Because the mouth is like the defining part of a clown look. And I am gonna do it with eyeshadow because I don't care about it lasting. I already have a little bit of a downturned mouth when I overline, which is the vibe, and then we're gonna like... Anyways, just gonna kind of blend it out. Yeah, and then we're gonna do some like, I don't know how to describe it, like arcane-like highlights, where it's like cartoonish. And we'll add some sparkle in a little. That's good. And then I'm gonna use like a liquid white eyeliner for very fine details. Oh, I regret that. We're gonna go back to doing what I was doing because I regret that. Do I look depressed? What is this makeup look's name gonna be? I don't know, we can name him Pierre. That seems like a clown name. I'm getting Pierre vibes. Yeah, this seems like a Pierre kind of look. Anyways, just using this to like highlight. I kind of want like an unfinished vibe. We are gonna use a weird ass brow thing and get some like white on it and use that to get some like interesting. And we're just gonna like, oh, that's a vibe. I feel like I like it. And that's what matters, and y'all don't have to like it. You don't have to do this part. Nobody's forcing you. Y'all probably aren't even like trying to do clown makeup right now. Who cares? Literally. Life is not that fucking serious. You know what? Yeah, let's say this in full clown makeup. Life is not that serious. There are serious things in life, but let people have fun. Let people have joy. Let me do clown makeup and wear it to fucking school if I want. Who is it hurting? Nobody pays attention to me at school anyways. So why does it matter? And if that's distracting someone that I did cool fucking makeup, they can come up and say hi and ask to take a fucking picture. Who cares? Literally. It's not that serious. I sit in the back of my class every day. I don't interact with anyone except for like my partner, one of my partners, and like maybe two other people. I'm friends with my teachers. Who cares? It's not that serious. It's not. If I want to do fucking clown makeup, then I can do fucking clown makeup. Let me be cringe and weird and I don't know why it matters to anybody what the fuck I choose to do with my life. Like, I'm already sad and depressed all the fucking time. Let me have some fun, you know? Anyways, I'm going through here looking for a highlight. This highlight will do for certain parts of the look. No, we're gonna go with this. This shall do. For out here. Ooh, the yellow on this side is not very pronounced. Sorry, my legs are asleep and I have POTS, so I'm just gonna stand up while I do this. Oh my god, my back hurts so bad. Sorry, I have to be really careful with the weird sensation in my legs because I will be like bedridden for days afterwards if I do. Yeah, I fuck with that. And then we're gonna take this one particular palette that I use, this Beetlejuice palette, because it has like silver and shit, and I think it's pretty. I'm gonna take. It also has like it has all these colors. I don't know. I think their glitters in this are really nice. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna like put a little bit here. I think I look like decently sad and depressed in this. Which is the goal, so, you know, one can hope. I don't know which kind of, I think I do actually know which highlight I'm gonna use. We're gonna use this palette. It's the Plum Season palette from ColourPop. It's discontinued and I'm pissed about it. We're gonna use this to like, I'm using the shade Groovy with my finger and just applying it to like eye bag area. And then we're gonna use the shade Juicy AF, which is my favorite glitter shade of all time. It is like a putty texture. I don't know, it's really cool. It has like a flaky kind of vibe. And then we're just gonna take it and like drag it into the eye bags to kind of make my eyes look wet and sad. Look like I was crying, I guess. And then, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take this and like drag, kind of. And then we're gonna take yellow and pack that in there and make it look like I was crying. And we're gonna do that with like the, I regret that. It's fine, I can cover it up. Haha. Clown makeup is shockingly forgiving. Anyways. Yeah. So then just like put yellow over it, I guess, and it'll... Yeah. Who fucking cares, man? It's not that deep. Sorry for the existentialism. I'm filming this on like January, I don't know, but early January, you know, and I live in Minnesota. If that wasn't evident by half of my videos, whatever, this is probably gonna get cut out, but I feel like I need to say it. There was an ICE shooting in Minneapolis, and they tear gassed a high school and they shot innocent people, 2 separate incidents within like 2 days of each other, and it's fucking terrifying. And I don't know, sometimes I am really scared and I'm like, oh my god, we're all gonna fucking die, you know? Like, feels a lot like there's no hope left in the world. And when I feel like that, I find the best thing for me personally to do is do my makeup and have fun and like play dress up. Because like, what else do you do when the whole world is going to shit and government agents are killing civilians for no good fucking reason, mind you. And in my opinion, there's never a good reason to kill a person. Like, whatever they've done, like, I feel like it's worse to just rot in jail for the rest of your fucking life than to die. But I don't know. It's being a young person in this world, in this day and age, is so exhausting because everything is imploding. Literally everything is imploding. And everyone's losing hope, and like, what do you do? How do you look to the future? How do you plan, do fucking college applications when you don't know if you're gonna suddenly become illegal because of who you love? How do you keep hope? And my answer is like, you fucking can't. You know, but hope is not a dainty thing. Hope has like blood on her fucking knuckles. She has fought viciously to stay, and we're gonna make that easier for her if we can, you know? Like, just fucking, if you can only do one thing, do that one thing. And it's so much easier said than done, but like, try not to compare yourself to like everybody else in the entire world on everything, because like, you are your own person, you know? Let your own successes and failures be your own. Compare yourself to who you were, and if that feels like too much and it's too discouraging because you've just gotten worse, which, real as fuck, I get it. Don't compare yourself, period. And that is so much easier said than done. That is like such bullshit advice. But this is coming from somebody who's like currently fighting major depressive disorder with their bare fucking hands. Like, I have a lot of support, and it's so difficult for me. People who don't have support, I genuinely cannot imagine how difficult that must be for them. It's so much easier said than done, but when I was super anxious about dressing the way I wanted, right? What did I do? I found a chicken hat, and I wore it to school almost every day for 8th grade. And I had just moved schools, and I was the new kid in 8th grade. And that was kind of scary, yeah, but like, it worked. I have a lot less anxiety about fashion now, and sometimes I still do, and that's okay. There's no one cure-all, and not any one thing is going to fix you. In fact, probably nothing is going to fix you. Nobody can get fixed, especially if it's like genetic. How are you supposed to fix something that just is, you know? And that can be really, really frustrating for a lot of people, and I totally get it. But I don't know. You don't have to listen to me. I'm a fucking random 17-year-old on the internet. That's just how I see it. But that's the only way I can see it, because if I see it any other way, I lose hope. And I'm gonna be so for real. If I lost hope at this point, that'd be it. Like, I wouldn't make it. And I don't know. I have people that love me and care about me. I have 2 partners who love me so much, and I don't want to do that to them. And some days that is the only thing keeping me going, yes. But find your one thing. Find your one thing, rely on it, use it, have it help you. And when that doesn't work anymore, find another thing. Like, just keep finding one thing every day. Make a new excuse as to why you can't hurt yourself today, why you can't give up today, why you can't stop fighting for a better world today. Find one new reason. Procrastinate, I guess. Procrastinate giving up. Just fucking one more day, one more hour, one more minute, one more second, if that's all you can do. and just keep fucking doing that. And yeah, it feels like it's never gonna fucking stop all the time, but what am I supposed to do? What do I have left? You know? I have nothing left in the tank, and that's okay. Sorry, I kind of went on a rant there. That's probably gonna get cut out, but just do what you can at any given time. And yes, everything is political. Yes, you can't choose to do nothing without making a choice and siding with some certain person. But sometimes it's far, far, far too much to deal with. And on those days, I try and do one small thing. Try to not let any day be a 0 day. And if the one thing you did that day was you took your morning meds, or you ate a full meal, or you did your skincare, or you took a shower, or you did a couple sit-ups or something, if that is your one thing, I am so fucking proud of you. You did amazing. That's really difficult. And if you want to make fun of me for finding that difficult, you can make fun of me, but stay the fuck away from other people. I've dealt with this for long enough, and in general, don't make fun of anyone for it, but people are saying bring back bullying. And I will say some egotistical maniac could take being taken down a peg or two, but I just fucked up my mascara and I'm mad about it. You know, maybe bullying isn't the way to go. Maybe have them have to reflect on themselves and shit. I don't know. But you don't have to listen to me. I'm just a random teenager on the internet who doesn't fucking know anything except for the fact that I was bullied for the majority of my childhood. Then turn around and be like, we should bully people. No, don't continue the fucking cycle. That's bullshit. That's stupid. And it's weak to continue the cycle. Don't fight with everything in you to break the cycle. And you're not going to do it in one day. It's not going to be easy, and you as one singular person aren't going to do it yourself. But make progress. Keep trying. Don't fucking give up. There's a really famous Jewish saying, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but it's not your duty to finish the job, but neither is it yours to absolve yourself of obligation or whatever. Basically saying, you do not have to be the person who fixes things, but you cannot stop trying. Because if everybody's well, I alone can't fix it, so what's the point of me trying? Nobody's gonna try. And then what do we have? Nothing. There's nothing left. Anyways, sorry, that's a really abrupt transition. Here's the look. Sad cunty clown is kind of the vibe. And I'm gonna be so honest, I don't feel like doing my hair, so I'm not gonna. But I'll film a couple shorts, send this to editor boy for editing, and then, yeah. Oof. It stopped being a tutorial and started being a yap session partway through, but that's fine. Who gives a shit? Anyways, final steps. Setting spray. I forgot that I don't like how setting spray feels on my face. Was that more setting spray than I needed? Yes. Do I give a shit? No, because now I'm shiny and that adds to the vibe. Here's the final look. I'm gonna go make shorts about it. Bye!